Let's get right to it, man. This story's been all over the state and kind of nationwide. 11-year-old Gavin Dingman bagged a white deer, a whitetail, albino whitetail, some are calling it. And I'm very happy to have his dad, Mick, on right now, Mick Dingman. Mick, this has turned into kind of from a father-son hunting trip that produced a once-of-a-lifetime buck into a media circus, man. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Duran.
Not at all. It's an incredible thing. Had you guys seen this buck before?
Yeah, we had. It was one of those things where it would show up and be around for a few weeks, and then it would disappear for several weeks, and kind of a cycle. It kept doing that for a couple of years. We live in a community where there's quite a few houses. We're not hunting 1,000-acre parcels by any stretch. Quite a few hunters in the area. Everybody was talking about it. One of those types of situations. Was it one of those things that everybody was gunning for this deer, or were people kind of apprehensive about it? Well, it's funny. It's a small area, and I bet you there's probably 20 hunters in a 3 square mile area, if not more. And me and some of the guys get together and we say, hey, we ran across this deer. What do you think? Should we try and take that one out of the herd or not? And this was one we had discussed early on, in the spring when we were seeing it regularly, and the consensus was, after doing the research, it's a completely legal kill. Absolutely, we're going to take it. So although people are saying otherwise now on the social media posts and so on, there were several guys gunning for this thing. I talked to a guy down the road, and he says, man, congratulations. He said, I took 2 weeks off work to try and get this deer.
Mick Dingman is our guest. He's the father of Gavin Dingman, 11-year-old, who took the trophy white albino whitetail. Mick, look, there is so much heat for this thing, and it really angers me to see the misinformation, the uninformed opinions about this buck. You said it best. You did your research. It's a legal kill.
Absolutely. And I was happy to see yesterday the Michigan Department of Natural Resources actually put out a press release basically verifying, that same thing. Of course, they had to take the approach to accommodate both sides of the fence, but they said exactly that. It was a legal deer harvest, perfectly legal to kill, and they even put some research as to why it's probably not a bad idea to remove them from the herd.
Look, we all know, or those of us who do know, it's a genetic mutation that causes a pigment discoloration, and it's kind of faulty. Essentially, beautiful to look at, but man, a white deer freaks people out.
Yeah, I think when it all comes down to it, I think the reason this one has caused so much stir is because, there was an 11-year-old behind it. I'm not going to lie, when that thing started coming across the swamp, there was some moments flashing through my head thinking, hey, maybe I should grab that crossbow and I should be the one doing this. And obviously it didn't go that way, but I think had it went that way, we wouldn't be hearing as much about this as we are.
Is he a rock star in school now?
Yeah, it's funny. That's the term you keep seeing in the media, unfortunately, because of my choice of words when I talk to the local papers. But yeah, he's had 2 or 3 buddies that you can tell their parents have talked to him and they don't support hunting or whatnot. They have not been mean to him. All the kids have been great. He doesn't know what's going on with all the negativity. He knows that it's out there. We're not going to completely shield him from it. So
sure.
He is kind of cornered, not knowing what's going on, but we're certainly not giving him any of the graphic details of what's coming in.
Well, and I applaud you for not shielding him or sheltering him from this, because, look, the world's full of negative people, and you're going to see that through jealousy, through misinformation, or plain ignorance. That's what spawns a lot of this. And I told our listeners in a segment when I went off about this, prior to getting your call, to being lucky enough to get your call, if you don't like what we say here on the show, you don't have to listen. You don't have to like us on Facebook. You don't have to do anything. We are all inclusive here on the show about hunting and fishing, as long as it's done in a legal, ethical manner. We understand this is, and it's important that we all are on the same page, because we get so much hate from outside already. We don't need it from within.
That's the beauty of where we live. You're allowed that opinion.
Exactly. Mick Dingman, thank you so much. Hang on for me. I want to talk to you off air, but again, such an incredible, cool story. And the term for everybody, rock star, that was mine. Okay, I didn't read it. That was all mine. Got more Wild in Michigan coming up next on the Michigan Talk Network.